Well, raccoons might be a nuisance for many, but for one man in Nova Scotia, they are a claim to fame. Introducing Jim Blackwood. He's a former RCMP officer, but his fans know him by a different title, the Raccoon-Whisperer. He joins me now from Halifax. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. And a raccoon, good morning to you.
So, Jim, most people, when they see a raccoon, they shoo the raccoon. You didn't do that. You started feeding them in your backyard a few years ago. Why'd you start doing that?
My wife started it back in 98, 99, and she passed away in 2003, and she asked me to continue on. So that's what I've been doing for the last 18 years.
And you go from feeding them to being known as the Raccoon-Whisperer. What sort of relationship do you have with these animals?
They're very friendly toward me and a little bit cautious around the public, which is good. And no, but they're pretty used to me now, and they come up and sit down beside me, and I feed them a meal that I have for them every night.
Well, okay, so break it down for me. What kind of food do you feed them? Does each raccoon want something different? And how many are there?
Right now I have 4 babies and 4 adults. We started off with peanut butter sandwiches, and then I came up with some hot dogs, and then I started cooking meals for them, like hamburger helper and things like that, and now we're into strawberry tarts, apple tarts, just for dessert, and we use dry dog food as well.
Jim, it's looking to me like you're cooking more and more. How far could you take this? Would you maybe put some candles out, a nice tablecloth?
Well, we do have citronella candles to keep the mosquitoes away.
Now, you've built quite a following online. Is it true that tourists want to come find you and they want to come meet you?
Yes, I had a lady here for a month from Cyprus. She just went back 2 weeks ago. I've had people here from the States and all over Canada, and of course all the local people like to come out and visit with them.
But okay, let me play devil's advocate. Let me rain on the parade for just a moment. What do you say to those people who say you really shouldn't be interacting this way with wildlife? You certainly shouldn't be feeding them.
I don't recommend it. This was something that was brought on to me. My oldest raccoon lived to be 13 and a half, and she died here last year, and I said that was the end of it. But they kept coming, so I'm still feeding them. But they do eat in the wild as well, besides eating at my home.
So they're not entirely dependent on you, is what you're saying?
No.
Have you ever had any negative... Have you ever had any negative interactions with them, Jim? And have any of them, I have to ask, they're wild animals. Have they ever behaved like wild animals in front of you?
No. They do with each other. They fight over food and things like that, but I'm so used to the growling and the chatter that I don't pay any attention to it anymore.
And what's your favorite thing about these animals?
They each have their own personality, and people ask me how I can tell them apart, but each one has a distinct feature that I can recognize. That's
wonderful. Jim, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for sharing your story. Thank you for bringing the raccoon and for wearing the awesome T-shirt.
Yes, I came from Taiwan.
All the best, sir. Take care.
Okay, thank you.